Good morning. It's Saturday, so you know what that means. It is budget time. Okay, so first things first, I have a bunch of receipts. There's too many. I'm going to preface this budget by saying that I've been taking out $300 for variable expenses, and I definitely spent over $300 this week because, well, my kids need shoes and whatnot. There was just more expenses this week. What I've learned from it is that I need to take out more money each week so that when these expenses do come up, I'm ready for them in cash because I definitely didn't have enough cash on hand to cover these expenses, and my aim is to do so. Um, so I'm learning, but definitely overspent this week. Wasn't on useless stuff. My kids needed things. I bought them, so it's pretty much it. And yeah, so let's just get to it. I'm gonna put March 8th because that's the last day that I uh, got the values from my bank account. So first things first, of course, I usually start with the statement from my bank. Any debit transactions or just bills that came out of my account, I'm going to record first, and then I'll tackle this giant receipt pile after that. So income this month, or this week rather, was not too much. It was 115 for, I'm not sure even what benefit this is. It's a government benefit. And that's it. Oh, actually, no, that's not it. I did get child support this month or this week, a couple. So it was two. I'm gonna write them in two separate. I got $100 the very beginning of the week and on 67.80 for last week for the rest of the time. Anyways, so a little bit of extra income, which is nice. Not really income. Um, I spent all this plus some on my kids' shoes and whatnot. Doesn't take much to add up when uh, when you're buying things for kids. Oh, I have 1 second. I'll show you one other expense we had this week. Oh, I don't know where he is. Oh, he's batting at me. I'll show you in a minute. Um, okay, so let's get through the rest of this. So Rogers, I had this week at 107.34. That got taken out. And that was all for the fixed expenses for the week. So we'll just keep going down to variable expenses. And groceries is 14.34. That's not all my groceries for the week. It was just what I paid for out of my bank account. The rest I paid cash for. And Declan, my son, was kind of expensive this week with $50. I'm just gonna cross out what I've already done here. And clothes. So clothes was a big one because everybody needed shoes and amongst other things. So clothes was 79.10 plus 80 plus 31.50 equals 190.60. What are you doing there? If you haven't guessed, I have a little guy running around here that I'll show you when he comes out. I hear him meowing. Oh, I gave it away. What is that? Anyways, Walmart was 45.73. Oh, just 1 second. And this little guy, his name is Buster. We just got him a couple days ago. He actually cost $50. Once upon a time, kittens were free, but not anymore. um, so I'm gonna start a new file for him, Buster, and I'm gonna put $50 there. And yeah, we had a cat. Uh, um, we had her for about a year. Actually found her at a trailhead, and she was just a little kitten, probably the same age as Buster is here, about 8 weeks. And she was an awesome cat, but unfortunately, we just could not keep her inside. She didn't. She was not an inside cat. Like anytime the door opened a crack, she was gone. And unfortunately, she got hit by a car in October, and um, it was awful. But we were ready to get another cat now. Yeah, it's nice to have a cat. I've never considered myself a cat person really until I had a cat as an adult, like until our last cat. Um, and I kind of really love cats now. So this guy's pretty funny. We've only had him for a couple days, but so far he's pretty good. All right, so let's keep going here. Go down. All right, so what have I paid off on just $50 off on the credit card this week, and savings a whopping $20. If you recall, I'm not putting a ton into savings. I'm putting more than half of what I used to put into savings every month onto my credit card to pay that off pretty soon. Should be paid off in about a month, so I'm excited about that. Okay, so that's all of my receipts from my bank account. Now let's go and do the receipts from that I paid cash for. So let's go back up to groceries. I know I have a few grocery receipts. So we already have 1434. So it's 1434 plus oh, that was that one, plus 2821 plus 100 plus 592 plus 1360, and that's all the groceries. It goes 162.07. So even groceries was higher this week. We've had some various issues that have popped up. Like I said, this week was pretty eye opening that I need to take out more than the $300 I was allotting myself, so that I can build up so I can build some of these up so that when expenses come around, I have enough cash to actually cover them without taking it out of without using my debit card, basically. So, it's just going to take some time to refine that, but yeah, definitely an eye-opening week because, like I said, I spent much more than I intended to or that I had anticipated. All right, so what is this? Oh, I got this one already. Oh no, this one was cash. Another 31.50 in cash for kids stuff. Plus, there we go. 190.60 plus 31.50. I just want to make sure I didn't actually put 31.50. Oh yeah, I've already calculated this one. That is done. That 31.50. So I don't have any more in close. I thought that amount sounded familiar. And we actually went out to McDonald's. We usually don't do that very much. I'll count that as a restaurant. But the odd time I do take them, because for 3 kids, mind you, it's almost like 2 adults and 1 kid because my I have two teenagers. They're not ordering from the kids menu anymore. So that was 36.92. Anyone else remember going to McDonald's in high school and stuff and getting like $5 value meals, and you get a drink and you know fries, and you could supersize it for like another dollar. It would cost under $10 for a huge meal at McDonald's. And now it's, if you can get it there from under 20, it's pretty much a miracle. Anyways, and lastly, another Walmart. So how much did I? It was 90.29. Do I have? So 90.29. It's 45.73 plus 90.29 equals 136.02. All right, so that was this month's, or not this month, this week's budget. Like I said, I spent more than I had anticipated, and I need to adjust my amounts of variable cash, which honestly I'm not even going to be able to do for another like couple of weeks, because just from the amount that I have in my bank account now to the amount that I need, I'm not going to be able to save a whole lot of extra. But I'm going to try to do better in the near future. So there you go. That's why I think it's so important to budget weekly, to keep track of it, because these weeks that you spend more, it's a lot easier to know why you spent more than other weeks. Like when you have not extenuating circumstances, but when you have extra expenses that you don't necessarily count on having. It just helps keep track of your money, and helps to have a reason why you're overspending. Because if you're just overspending because you're going to Dollarama or Walmart too much, that's something that you can work on. If it's overspending because of shoes and necessities that you need, at least now you can see how much, and you can come up with a plan to have that money on hand for the next time these will come up, these expenses, because they will, no doubt about it. All right. Well, I don't know if you can see Buster there. He's on the chair behind me. Thanks for watching, and happy budgeting, and I'll see you tomorrow.